Welcome back to the IS Companion. Today's lecture delves into the theories of remembering, specifically focusing on the information processing approach and the levels of processing approach. These theories provide distinct perspectives on how we encode, store, and retrieve information from memory. Understanding these approaches will help you appreciate the complexity of memory processes and the factors that influence how we remember. 1. Information processing approach. This approach compares the human mind to a computer, where information is processed through a series of stages. This approach was developed in the 1960s and 70s, influenced by the rise of computer technology, and it has since become a fundamental model in cognitive psychology. Key components: 1. Structural units. Sensory register. This is the first stage of memory where sensory information, example sights, sounds, is briefly held for a fraction of a second. It acts as a buffer for stimuli received through the senses. Short-term memory, STM. Information from the sensory register moves to STM, where it is held for a short duration, about 20 to 30 seconds, and has a limited capacity, about 7 plus or minus 2 items. STM is where information is actively processed. Long-term memory, LTM. Information that is rehearsed or encoded deeply in STM can be transferred to LTM, where it can be stored indefinitely and has virtually unlimited capacity. 2. Control processes. Attention directs focus to specific sensory information, enabling it to move from the sensory register to STM. Recognition identifies whether the information is familiar, which helps in encoding and retrieving information. Rehearsal, repetition of information to keep it in STM or to encode it into LTM. Retrieval, the process of accessing information stored in LTM and bringing it into conscious awareness in STM. Example, consider studying for an exam. The information you read, sensory input, enters the sensory register. When you focus on the material, attention, it moves into STM. By repeatedly reviewing the content, rehearsal, you transfer the information to LTM, where it can be retrieved during the exam. Criticism of information processing approach. Oversimplification. Critics argue that the approach oversimplifies the complexity of human cognition by likening it to computer processes. Neglect of emotional and social factors. The model does not account for how emotions and social contexts influence memory. Static stages. The model assumes that memory processes occur in distinct stages, whereas in reality, these processes may be more fluid and interconnected. 2. Levels of processing approach. Proposed by Fergus Craig and Robert Lockhart in the 1970s, the levels of processing approach challenges the idea that memory consists of different stages or stores. Instead, it emphasizes the depth of processing as the key determinant of memory retention. Key concepts. 1. Depth of processing. The theory posits that information can be processed at varying depths. Shallow processing involves basic features such as the structure or appearance of words. For example, simply noticing the font or color of the text. Deep processing involves semantic encoding, where information is processed in terms of its meaning, leading to better retention. For example, understanding and relating the material to other concepts. 2. Rehearsal. According to this approach, the type of rehearsal matters more than the amount. Elaborative rehearsal, which involves deep processing, leads to better long-term retention compared to maintenance rehearsal, which is more about repetition without understanding. Empirical evidence. Craig and Tulving, 1975, conducted experiments showing that words processed for their meaning were remembered better than words processed for their physical or acoustic characteristics, supporting the idea that deeper processing leads to better memory. Criticism of levels of processing approach. Vagueness in defining depth. critics argue that the concept of depth is not clearly defined and is difficult to measure. Circular reasoning. The approach is sometimes criticized for circular reasoning, as depth is inferred from memory performance, which in turn is used to explain depth. Lack of mechanistic explanation. The theory does not provide a detailed mechanism of how deep processing leads to better memory, leaving a gap in understanding the processes involved. Conclusion. Both the information processing approach and the levels of processing approach offer valuable insights into how memory functions, albeit from different perspectives. The information processing approach provides a structural and process-oriented view, likening the mind to a computer, while the levels of processing approach emphasizes the importance of how deeply information is processed. Understanding these theories enriches our knowledge of memory and highlights the factors that can enhance or impede our ability to remember. Thank you. Follow us on YouTube, www.youtube.com/iscompanion.